Welcome back, everyone. As you will see this week, I am by myself, so I've decided to pick us a nice two-person game for you to play if you are just like a couple or have a friend over for the evening. And it's a fun historical game, which is why I'm excited about it. And it is called The Revolution of 1828. That takes place around the election of 1828. So I thought it was a good way to kick off November this time around. So the concept of the game is that you are playing as members Andrew Jackson and John Quincy Adams, who were competing in the election of 1828 to become president. And this election is notorious for the fact that there was a lot of press involvement, a lot of mudslinging that happened between the two candidates and their parties, and it became a very contentious election for the two candidates. And I won't spoil the history part of it by telling you who won. You can Google or Wikipedia that for yourself. But it is a two-person game, and it's very cleverly designed around how elections at that time worked. So with that, we'll just kind of jump right into the rules. So the concept of this game is that you are, like I said, Jackson and Adams, and you are trying to win the delegates from the 5 regions, as well as gain the attention of the press, or not to gain the attention of the press, as it were. And each delegate, based on the number of these tokens that you've collected, and if you win the delegate or not, gets you vote tokens, as you can see up here. So this game is played in 4 rounds, and each round has 3 stages. The first stage is setting up the board, as I've done. And the second stage is collecting the tokens from the various different regions. So on your turn, you can collect tokens from anywhere in any of the regions, but they usually match up with the color on your side of the board here. So if I take this white token, it'll come to the New England part of my board on my side. And so in addition to the delegate tokens that you have, there are also these brown action tokens. And the brown action tokens add a little bit more to the game. They allow you to gain bonuses for yourself or maybe trip up your opponent as you're playing them. And then you also have the black smear campaigns tokens that are also available. They're clever with artwork from on the various different scandals that were in the papers in 1828. So all this is laid out in the rules, so they give you a lot of the history behind that. And throughout the stage of placing delegates, they just count as wild tokens. So you go back and forth, you collect your tokens, and whoever usually is the last player to get one from a particular region gets to take an additional turn. But the key here is that you never want to get the press person, because you don't want the press person looking too closely into your past. And so this is where those smear tokens, where you get them as wilds, but at the end of the round, they can be some trouble for you if you have too many of them. And like I said, the whole point is to accumulate votes. You get votes based on the number of delegates if you win a certain region, as well as if you win the region as well, if you get the electoral vote for that region. And so that's the third stage of the game, third stage of the round, where you're just counting up your votes. Usually most of these give you positive stuff, but like I said, if you end up with the news reporter and you have a bunch of smear campaign tokens, it can end bad for you. And like I said, you play this in 4 rounds. At the end of the 4th round, you count up whoever has the most votes, and then whoever has that is the winner of the 1828 election. So that is the basic rules for Revolution of 1828. Like I said, there's a bit more stuff that you can add about and read in the rules. So like I said, it's very historical based, and I think that's what makes it fun for people. So come on into the library and check it out. It'll be available on the shelves, and we'd also like to thank the friends for purchasing this game for us, as well as all of our games, both present and past. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button down below, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get caught up on all the latest Mount Laurel Public Library videos that we are publishing. So with that, we will see you again next week, when I will have hopefully another guest star with me to keep you guys entertained. But until then, we will see you then.